And we begin with supporters of abortion rights demonstrating at the state capitol.
About 100 people gathering along the south steps of the Capitol building after a nationwide call to protest. It came after a leaked Supreme Court opinion signaled what could be the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade makes abortion legal here in the U.S. News 4's Kaitor K joins us now just back from the state capitol. He's in studio with more. Kaitor.
It's widely known that Oklahoma is a largely pro-life state, but the protesters at the Capitol tonight want it known that there are plenty of people who are angry and disappointed about this bombshell leak.
My body, my choice! My body, my choice!
About 100 protesters shouting their frustrations from the steps of the Oklahoma State Capitol.
The news coming out last night of the leak of the Supreme Court possibly overturning Roe v. Wade was very jarring.
The draft of the SCOTUS opinion, expected to be made final in June or July, would leave it up to each state to decide abortion's legality. Governor Kevin Stitt reacting to the leak by signing a Texas-style heartbeat bill Tuesday. It opens up doctors to civil suits if an abortion is performed after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Also top of mind for state Republicans is the quote-unquote trigger law, SB 612, which only awaits the governor's signature and would take effect in August, banning all abortions except in the case of medical emergencies.
But the trigger bill would essentially just remove all the new laws that have been passed since Roe v. Wade and go back to pre-existing laws.
I anticipate that we would become probably one of the most, if not the most, pro-life states in the nation.
Democrat State Rep. Emily Virgin emphasizing that the SCOTUS opinion is still a draft and not yet final, though shaken nonetheless.
It's not often in this country that we move backwards in such a striking way.
She and the outside protesters holding out hope as the tides seem against them.
There are people who support abortion rights and who believe that everybody deserves equal access to equal health care, and abortion is health care.
We also spoke with the ACLU and Planned Parenthood today, who say their lawsuits against Oklahoma's pro-life laws may no longer have Roe v. Wade's backing. If Roe v. Wade does get overturned, they plan to continue their pro-choice fight at the state level.